What up, family? Peace, peace to the Magical Mystic group only. Like, this is not on my regular Facebook page. This is no other groups. I'm making this one especially for the Magic Mystic group. My name is Coach Kyer, Team Taurus. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Please invite 2 people who you also know are in the group to watch this, or tag somebody in it who you think may need to get this info about ancestors, calling ancestors, honoring ancestors, strengthening ancestors, past lives, reincarnations, and a little bit of candle magic. Also, this is like maybe I guess my introductory video I wanted to do as a resource, or to introduce myself as a resource to the Magical Mystic group. What up, LeBrit Bland? How you doing? If somebody can go tell Dana that I'm on here kind of answering a question that she did today about calling ancestors and like what reincarnation they're in. Somebody please go get Dana until I said peace. Tell her to come on through. What up, M. Rain? Also, Coach Kyer will be in Atlanta, Georgia on May the 19th. It's going to be a full moon in Scorpio. The full moon is on the 18th. My birthday is on the 17th. And so, M. Rain, thank you for like having what I'm looking at like as a nice big birthday party for me. Hey, honoring the goddess on my birthday weekend, May 17th. The 19th is Malcolm X's birthday. It's going to be crazy. What up, Visha Kelly? How you doing? And one of the ways that I do my videos is please introduce yourself with what city and state you're in, and also what's your team zodiac. So I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. So please let me know what your team zodiac is and what your what city and state you're in, so I can say salute to you and give you a shout out. All right. So I want to talk about and I always thought my videos out with prayer. Abdul Kul Tafalat Wabazong, I'm a Farragoon, Shalel Kaloom. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. All right. So I'm in my altar room today doing this video because the question was concerning calling ancestors and where are they in their reincarnations, and are you calling them in their reincarnations? So I want to speak a little bit on that, and then I want to share a couple of tools and what I have found to be the most effective way to use some of the tools that I use for my altar work, for my magical purposes, for my own manifestation magic that I have going on. What up, Stephanie? How you doing? Thanks for stopping through. I can't see anybody's comments, so can y'all press 1 if y'all like? There we go. Martin living in Newark, Team Pisces. What up, Martin? Peace, peace. Thanks for somebody putting a comment up here. I didn't know whether I could come through with that. So these are some of the things that I use that are very effective to me. I only share things that I use, so that's what we're gonna get started on. So first, the sister asked about when you're calling on ancestors, what incarnation are you calling on? Are they in a certain incarnation? Like, where are they? So like up here, this is my grandmother and her great grandmother. This is my great grandfather here and his wife, Patience Carter. So this is my great grandfather. This is my grandfather. All this is on my daddy's side of the lineage. And then this is my grandmother on my mama's side, and her mama, Maggie Simmons. Arabelle Simmons was my great grandmother. And then I have my family when I was young in the altar there. Then I have my family crest, and then I have my grandfather right there, like in the middle. And then I have other ancestors down here behind me. At the top of my altar, the gods, the deities that I use in my work that also represent my higher self, and they are on the top. All right. Patient, that's your baby girl's name. All right. Peace. What up, Team Leo, Team Aquarius, near Chicago, Illinois. What up, Elnora Teague? Thanks for joining in today. Please tag somebody in the video who may need this. So when I read the sister's question, the first thing I wanted to talk about was people are always, I want to just clear up something. People are always talking about honoring ancestors and calling an ancestor. Well, your ancestors live in a parallel realm than the realm that the realm that we stay in now. So we have a physical body in this realm. They have a body in the realm that they stay in. We have needs and desires here in this realm. They have needs and desires in their realm. So hey Courtney, what's happening? What up, Eleanor? Peace to the fam. Team Cancer in the building. Big shouts out to all my Tauruses in here too. It's all about us right now. Yes, big new moon in Taurus 2 nights ago. Sun in Taurus. Woo! Yes, get your weight up, everybody. So anyway, they stay in a parallel, meaning it exists in the same timeline that we exist in. But you're always going to be skipping through parallel existences. Okay? You're always going to be skipping through parallel existences. Now here on this earth where we have a Facebook and we're watching one another and things like that, and we go through pain, pleasure, poverty, prosperity, things like that. This is this level is probably where the most war, conflict, and confusion is going on. But your higher self, real self, is separated from your material self that's here. And so we can identify directly with our higher selves, singularly. Hey Tasha, what's happening with you? What up, Donna? Team Capricorn in Jersey, I see you. Or you can identify with gods that represent different parts of your higher self as well. Okay. But in this reality, there's so much confusion because this is like boot camp. Boot camp. So then we're starting to talk more about, oh, well, I need help from my ancestors. But we think that our ancestors just died, went to another realm, and got some Iron Man or Thor powers. You see what I'm saying? Good times for everybody with Uranus transiting Taurus. Right. If you know how to ride it. I'll talk about that in a little while. What up, Esther? Maybe not in this video, but I can make another video talking about Uranus and Taurus. Right? So we think that sometimes, or we haven't been taught that sometimes we might assume because we just we just woke up, got into the spiritual movement, consciousness, whatever you call it, and you say, well, hey, I just need to say Ashe, pour out libations, and my ancestors are going to show up in full power because when they died, they just got some kind of renewed suit of armor and they're good to go now. And that's not true. That's not true. What up, Egon Adole Lala Moore, Team Libra from Dallas? What it do? So when you leave this particular realm and go over to another realm, you take your stuff with you. You take your attitude. You take your spiritual beliefs. You take your debt. You take your power and ability to create prosperity. You take whatever your lacks are with you, and you take whatever your strengths. The disease that you die from, if you had an auntie or aunt, I'd say auntie and aunt, uncle, grandfather, whatever, and they died from a disease here, then they took the disease with them to the next realm. Your ancestor still has that disease in the next realm. There's no rule anywhere that you just automatically get to die and escape cancer or sickle cell or bankruptcy or debt or any contracts that you formed here. That's why suicide is the worst ideal, because you like don't even stay in the other realm that long. You like come back quick because you got to pay that tab. The tab is always there. So the things that are happening in your life, the prosperity that's happening to you, being attacked by dark forces, being enlightened, being free, all these things are part of your contracts. Your spiritual, I call them cosmic contracts. I call them cosmic contracts because your astrology chart shows you where your contracts are. And when you meet somebody, all you have to do is have their birthday and your birthday, not just the sun sign, but you must be able to look at the positions and angles. Angles and angels are the same thing. What are the angles that these charts relate? What is your size, your Saturn relating to my moon? How's my Mars relating to your Mars? How's your Pluto relating to my sun? So you can't just keep saying, well, what about Geminis and Tauruses? Stop that. Stop that. We're here to expand. We're not here to, like, let's move on past like kindergarten and third grade type stuff. And let's move on into becoming more proficient and prolific practitioners of this this joint. What up, Team Capricorn in Louisiana? Hey, Tierra. What up, Jasmine? Corey's in the building. Hey, Alice. Yeah, if you're just getting here, please introduce yourself with your team zodiac and what city and state you're in. I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia, currently. So your ancestors, and everyone who dies and drops this physical body, but their energetic soul and spirit keeps moving, you take all of that stuff. It's just like a thumb drive, and it's in your soul. Your soul is the detachable thumb drive that you just plug into another computer when you get here. But sometimes you can't access all the information on your hard drive. You can't. But it's all in your DNA. It's on the hard drive, but you forgot the password. You forgot the ritual, right? So you can't access and tag into it. What up, Team Pisces, Charlotte, Team Scorpio in Kentucky? I see you. Rebel, Malika, Queen Justice. What's happening? So when your ancestors cross over, most of our ancestors didn't eat right, didn't have no altar, had the wrong information, had the wrong programming. And guess what? They over there jacked up. And we just getting into this new science of calling them, but we calling jacked up ancestors. So if your ancestor is jacked up, then what can they do for you here? We're going to get a real serious conversation going on. What up, Team Taurus in Michigan? Happy birthday, Alice. Jasmine the Medium, Team Sag. I see you. Team Pisces in Long Beach. Team Virgo in the A. What up, Natasha? What up, Trudy? Team Capricorn, Louisiana. Team Colorado Springs in the building. Team Leo. What up, Miki? We're calling on jacked up ancestors because they haven't been healed or strengthened before we call them. So let me just use this example like in reality, because everything's parallel, right? So the food that I ate this morning, I needed money to get it. So I had to provide a service or go to a 9-to-5 job or whatever. What up, Miss Silva? How you doing? Thanks for joining. And do something to earn a paycheck to come buy the food I need to nourish my body. Now, when my body gets nourished, I got muscles to do something. So if you call me and ask me to help you, I'm going to use, who my Team Taurus? Team Taurus, Aries, what are you, May 20th, May 21st? I'm going to use Tamara as an example. If Tamara calls me and needs me to assist her, guess what? If I haven't eaten in a week, I'm going to be like, Tamara, I'm weak right now. If I ain't eaten in a month, I ain't talking about fasting. I just don't have the resources to go eat right now and nourish my body with 1,500 calories per day. And I'm living below the poverty level. And she asked me, Coach, come help me move this couch. Coach, come help me cut this grass. Coach, come help me do such and such. I'm weak and I cannot go and do it. So if your ancestor is in the same situation, they died with a disease, they aren't eating on the other side, they don't have any substance, they ain't working. Yes, you can work a job on the other side. Then how can they come help you? You calling a weak ancestor. You calling a weak ancestor. So what do? Some people say, well, how do I know if how do I know whether the ancestor's weak or not? Well, how are they showing up? Are they showing up? Are you giving them? When you do a ritual, when you finish, you should ask for some kind of sign that this thing has been accepted, your offering has been accepted, or they heard your request. And you know, what kind of way are they showing up for your petition or for whatever you ask for? You feel what I'm saying? What up, Naya M? I mean, Tyra Chanel, Team Los Angeles, Team Taurus. I see you, Erica. What's happening? Team Libra in Chicago. Hey, Ronisha. So, one of the things that we do is food. I made a whole video on feeding your ancestors. So if I strengthen my ancestors first, just like when I'm in this reality and I see a homeless person and I give a homeless person $1, $2, I go buy them some food, then guess what? They're intaking calories and now they have strength to do something. But if they don't have any strength, they don't really, you're thinking, you ever been real hungry or hangry and tried to think and figure a problem out? You can't figure it out. You can't figure it out because your stomach is like, no, me first, me first, me first. What up, Miss Fuquai? So if I take care of a homeless person and they get stronger and stronger and I say, hey, I'm going to give you a job. Now here's some money. You can get off the street. You can get your own place. How can that person show up for me 1 month, 2 months, 3 months later? That person can show up. That person can show up. If this is making any sense, please let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 if this is making any sense. 10 is really making sense. 5 is in the middle. 1 or 0, this is not making no sense. So I need to know. I got people watching, but I don't know if this is making any sense. So if you got questions, Fuquai. Yes, Miss Fuquai, like Fuquai Verena. All right. So thank you. I got some 7s on here. If this is making sense, please let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how much this is making sense to you. So when I feed a homeless person and help them get on their feet, they done shaved up, they done got right, they ain't coughing no more, they ain't sleeping on the ground, they got a couch to sleep on, or hotel, or Salvation Army or Goodwill or something like that, right? And now I come and say, hey, can you help me cut some grass? They got some muscle. They got some muscle to come in and do stuff like that. But we normally skip the strengthening of our ancestors. We don't give them ancestor money. Who knows what ancestor money is? Your ancestors need money on the other side, just like you need money right now. And you can send money to them just like I can put money on somebody's books who's locked up in jail. I don't know if any of y'all ever been locked up in jail, but there's no more refreshing feeling than when you're in jail. This is one of my bigger bills. Then somebody to put some money on your books. Let's say Samaya is, Miss Long is my cousin or blood relative in the streets, and I get locked up, and I write her a letter. Everybody knows I'm locked up and got my address, and I say, can you send me some money on my books because it's hard in jail, right? And Samaya, none of my cousins don't send me no money. But a perfect stranger like Love Smith come and put a couple dollars, put $50 on my books once a month. $50 is not a lot of money out here in the streets, but in jail, $50 a month is a bunch of damn money. Oh, I'm sorry. No profanity in my altar room. I apologize. So you put $50 on my books once a month, In 1 year, you done gave me $600 and nobody else gave me nothing on my books. When I get out, who gonna be my partner? Is it gonna be my family, or is it gonna be Love Smith? Love said she been burning them 500 million bills. This is I think I have a 500 million. I think this is a 500 million right here. I'm going to see Love Smith. And if you mess with Love Smith, you're going to have to see me. I'm going to be Love Smith's bodyguard, bully, protector, because Love Smith helped me get my strength up. I didn't come home with $600, but when I was locked down, Love was putting money on my books, and that's who I'm going to go be loyal to. You mess with loyal, you're going to have to see a whole Kair, because I'm healthy. I got to eat a little additional foods while I was in there. I bought some more books and strengthened my mind. So when I come out, I'm going to see Love and see like, Love, what's up? What you need? Love might be like, I don't know. I just needed to get this tree fell in my yard. I just need to get it out. I'm coming through there like Thor, Black Panther, whoever you want to be. I'm coming out there snatching the whole tree out the yard. Oh, so she got a problem. She got beef with somebody that's coming and trying to, get at her sideways. They got beef with me too. That's how your ancestors work. When you send your ancestors money, nobody's sending my grandma. That's my grandma right there on the telephone. Nobody's sending my grandma. My grandma had 14 children, and they'll tell her how many grandchildren she got, and great-grands, and great-great-grands. I'm the only one that she's on the altar. There's nobody, none of her folks who practice spirituality that they have an altar in their house. None of them. So I'm the only one putting money on my grandma's books. Right? So, what up, Alina Bina? Should you be cleansing of the money before offering? I was thinking about getting some from the Botanica, but wasn't sure how to go about picking the right money. Excellent question. I'm going to answer that just a second. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm about to give you the technique. So we need to strengthen so boom, I got my picture of my ancestors up. They're honored. Is my altar working properly? What's the 4 things you need on your altar? Water, fire, earth, and air. Got my incense burning right here. Got my water. There's a lot of water. There's water in different places on the altar. I have a plant on the altar that represents earth. I have water in the plant that represents water. I got candles burning. All my altars have candles burning on them. So that's my fire. So I got the 4 elements must be on your altar, because remember, what is your altar? Think, what is an altar? It's a communication device. It's a switch. It's your spiritual switchboard. Your altar is your spiritual switchboard that you plugging into, right? What up, Shanique Parker? Thanks for joining in. Coach Kair, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. If you just got here, please state your team zodiac and what city and state you represent. I didn't need to know who's in the house, right? So, I got my altar up. I got my altar activated. Some of you all say, oh, I stay with somebody else. I can't put up a big old altar like that, Kair. Like, this is my altar room. I have a sunroom. There's nothing in here but everything spirit. This is my altar. My bedroom's on the other end of the house. This is where it goes down at. But when I leave town and go on trips, this is my portable altar. Right. You can go to Tybro.com and just type in portable altar, or just type in Tybro portable altar, and you can have you a portable altar that you can set up. I put a tea light candle, glass of water, little plate of food, light my incense. Boom! Altar set up. I go to Puerto Rico, altar goes. I go to Philadelphia to stay with some family, altar goes. Whether I'm in a hotel or I'm at your house, I'm taking my altar with me. You ain't got to have an altar in your house. I'm bringing my own altar when I get to the crib. I don't know, a lot of people didn't know that you could get a portable altar. My ancestors wanted my entire living room as their altar. Chantel, that could be true for your ancestors, and it's very important. I feel that, and I was taught, and it's very important, that if possible, you give them their own room. But if you cannot, definitely do not put them in a closet, a bedroom, bathroom, or a garage. They are a part of your family. So I'm honoring them by not having them shut off. Anybody comes to my house, actually my driveway is right there behind it. So if you pull in the driveway, the first thing you do is look into my altar room and see the family. You might can't see them real clear, but when you pull into my driveway, you see my altar room before you see any of the inside of the house. Then when you come in, I have a Ganesha altar over the fireplace. I have another altar in the middle of the house. I have altars all over the house, small ones, but this is like my main altar in my altar room, right? But when I go somewhere, this altar is connected to my main altar, okay? Kimmy Love says she has an altar room that don't let nobody come in. For me, it's just my altar room is like Thor's hammer. If you can get through that door, then you're supposed to be in here. So when people come to the door and say, "Oh no, I'm good," I invite everyone into my altar room because I know they're watching you. I know I want them to scan you. But if you don't want to come in, you ain't got to come in. Now, I don't mean invite everybody. But really, I don't even really want you at my house if you can't come in my altar room. You don't have to come in my altar room, and you might not even know. But I might not invite, the Jehovah's Witness. They can come in my house. They should be in my altar room. But if I get the vibe or something, I'm not going to invite them into my altar room. Team Aries in Camden, New Jersey. In Jersey, I see you. Kimmy Love, Team Aries in Atlanta. Peace. Gemini, Sun, and Moon in Nashville. What up, Kendra? Team Aquarius in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I hope all of y'all coming. Who's coming to the May 19th in Atlanta? Press 5 so you can raise your hand. If you're going to be in Atlanta, you already got your ticket for May 19th. Press 5. Because I'm getting that heat up. I have like several subjects I want to talk about. I don't know. I only got 30 minutes. So I don't even know what I'm going to talk about yet. I kind of got an idea. But let me press 5 if you're going to be in Atlanta if you already got your tickets. No, just press 5 if you're coming. But you need to help me get your tickets. Because when it gets sold out, then you're going to be salty. All right. My kids and their friends love being in that space. They respect it as well. Absolutely. So honoring your ancestors is they have an altar. Strengthening your ancestors is giving them money. The gold and silver bars. Right? Gold bars for your ancestors. Right? When I started burning ancestor money, all I had was these. $10,000 bill and a gold bar. This is it. That's all I had. But when you give money to the ancestors, they only get about 10%. Because so many of your ancestors see you burning the money and they're all trying to grab a piece. So out of $10,000, my ancestors is getting like $10. So I burned a lot of it. If you only got 10, always think that your ancestors is getting 10% of what you're sending. If they get more, that's fine. I'm gonna show you how to make sure they get more too. But if you're only sending 10,000, they're probably getting like $10. So send a lot of these. Can you send 50 of these? So I used to fold these up while I was watching a movie. So a 2-hour movie, I would fold these up. Take my gold bar. Fold it. Bang. Gold bar. Take the $10,000 bill. Fold it. Bang. I drop it in the bag. You see how fast I did that? So at the end of the movie, I had a big bag of ancestor money, and then I would go burn it. That's all I had. Then all of a sudden, I found these 8 billions? 3, 6, 800 millions. I found these. I found these 500 millions. I started finding these $1 trillion bills. These big boys. These $2 billion bills. It's one of my favorites. These are my 8 billions. I love these. These came early to me, right? The bigger the denomination, the more money you can get to your ancestor. Now, how do you get specific on strengthening your ancestors with the money? A red pen. Now you also can write in dragon's blood. The best. This will pass. You can pass with this, but if you got dragon's blood or any blood ink, dove's blood, yes, any red ink, but dragon's blood is the best. Yes, you would have to have a pen that lets you write on the money in dragon's blood, or you can take a magic marker, or you can take a regular pen or red crayon and write the name of the ancestor on the money that you want to send it to. That's like writing a check. So if you just say send this to my ancestors and then burn it, it's going to go to all your ancestors and it's going to be splitting. You didn't accidentally buy no large bills. That you needed large bills, and that's what you were supposed to come home with. Yes. There's lots of people. I think it's joshpaper.cart is where I get a lot of my big bills at. joshpaper.cart. You can go on Amazon and to get it and things like that. Natasha says, I have a spiritual room with all my altars, but I don't want everyone's energy. Natasha, you don't have to guard your altar room. Once you strengthen your ancestors, the vibration that's in the room is self-protecting. It's self-protecting. You ain't got to worry about negative energy coming in your altar room. When they come to like spray, they come to my house every 3 months to like spray, or, for like bugs and stuff and do a checkup. Guess what? He know to take his shoes off and come in here, hit my corners. He don't touch nothing, and he says he feels so good, even though he don't practice the spirituality that I practice. So certain things, when you get the vibration to a certain level, they will protect themselves. One person can't come in here and be negative and shut down my room. My room shuts down negativity. My room, this ain't nothing but light here. And it's an east-facing wall too. Always try to put your altar on an east-facing wall. All right? What if I want my ancestors' debt to be paid? Come on, love. Come on, love. Here we go. What if you don't know their names? And what if I want my ancestors' debt to be paid? Let me start with what if you don't know their names? Start with who fed you. You're feeding your ancestors, right? This bowl up in the middle right here, that's that's their daily bowl. The bowl down here on the bottom, like I have a bowl, like you have primary foods and you have secondary foods. So primary is what I give them every day when I eat. When I eat, they eat. Then I have secondary, like I have here on the bottom, I have beans and rice. I have a coconut, butternut squash, summer sausage. I have a thing of coconut water. That's secondary offering that I don't have to change out every day. Then I have food that I give them off my plate. So last night I had, what I had last night? Collard greens and black eyed peas and fish. That's what they ate. That's what they got. So when I'm feeding them, whoever's on my altar is going to come to that. So I start with people who fed me. My feet was up under my daddy's table. My feet was up under my grandma's table. My feet was up under my Aunt Maggie's table. And then obviously my Aunt Maggie was up under her mama's table. So her mama was feeding her. She was feeding me. Guess what? I'm going to feed both of y'all. So start with people that you know who fed you. That is the number one place to start with your ancestors, is people who fed you. Feed those who fed you. Because you already got a connection with them. You appreciate them for them having took care of you. So now you just start feeding them. And then if you don't know their names, then you can say, my auntie, my ancestor. But I don't think you should be able to find your grandma's name. But if you've been adopted or something like that, then whoever is the person you had a connection to, people that you have connection to could be your ancestor, but not in the last lifetime. Like I know I have like 4 different mamas on the earth now who are not blood related to me, but they were my mothers in other lifetimes. You will not, this is another myth I wanted to clear up. You will not have the same mother every time you incarnate. You will not have the same grandmother every time you incarnate. If you black, it's okay if you put somebody white on your altar, because you wasn't black every time. You wasn't black every incarnation. You wasn't a woman every incarnation. But start where you are. I'm black. I got black people on my altar. But I could put Andrew Carnegie on my altar for wealth. Absolutely. I could put Steve Jobs on my altar for wealth. He want to be honored too, and let him come and work. You see what I'm saying? On my altar, because I'm honoring him. What do you do with your offerings after you feed? They have absorbed the energy from the food. I take it outside and give it to the trees. I make an offering to the, I just recycle the offering. I offered it to my ancestors. My ancestors got the energy out of it they needed. Then the next day, I take it out to the trees and I offer it to the trees. Now it turns into compost. I do not eat it. I don't eat food off my altar. I already ate already. I ate first. I made my plate. I made their plate. I ate my food. Then I came into the altar and then I gave them their food. Some people serve the ancestors first. I just believe that serve them in the same meal. If you want to go first, but I leave my food on the table and I eat with my ancestors. So I ain't gonna bring my plate into my altar room and eat. So I have little stands on my table and I put the bowls. I have a bowl for Ganesha, then I have a bowl for this altar room. And I'm going to eat with them. So I made their plate. We're all at the table. We're all gonna eat. Then when I finish, I finish my plate, I'm going to bring their plates to the altar, their respective altar, say a prayer, offer it to them, then we good. Then the next day, I'm going to take their food off the altar, they're finished with it, and I'm going to offer it to the trees. Right. And just keep it cycling. Does that make sense? On a scale of 1 to 10, please let me know if that makes sense. Yes or no. 10, it really makes sense. 1, it doesn't make sense. So now we went over honoring ancestors. Boom. I got my ancestors up. Strengthening ancestors. I'm giving them money. Being specific, I'm writing their name in red ink or dragon's blood ink on the money. You can put more than one person's name on the money. So if you want to have 3 or 4 ancestors on one bill, just make sure it's a big bill. Just remember that they only getting 10%, right? So make sure it's a big bill if you're going to put 4 or 5 people on there. I just like to I do different things. Sometimes I don't put nobody's name on it. Sometimes I put one person's name on it. Sometimes I may put 3 or 4 people's name on it, depending on what I'm burning, what the occasion is. Okay? The stronger your... the sister asked, what about if I want to take care of my ancestors' debts? When my father died, he had some issues with cancer. He had a stroke, and he died with $35,000 worth of debt and no insurance, and was actually buried on credit. I was in a bad way when my father died. He was buried on credit. I didn't have to pay the church because his grandfather founded the church. So he was in the founding member of the church, but he took all that debt with him to the other side. And he passed in 2002. I didn't start burning ancestor money till 9 years later. So for 9 years, he was still carrying that debt. So when you go to the other side with debt, you ain't got nothing to start off with. That's why you see some of your ancestors appearing to you in your dreams looking real bad, shooting bad as we call it, because you ain't took care of them. But you don't know to take care of them. I'm sitting there saying, come on, daddy, help me. Come on, daddy, help me. Come on, daddy, help me. How he gonna help me with debt and he took with him on the other side? He ain't ate in months, weeks. Don't understand. I ain't offering him no food. Nobody on this side, none of his children was offering him no food for 9 years. Nobody was putting no money on his books for 9 years. How he gonna help me? He couldn't. But when I found out, See, my parents divorced and my daddy raised me. So the love I have for my father, I got crazy love for my mama too now. But my daddy was the one who took care of me. My mama left. But when my daddy raised me, and so then when he passed and I learned I had to, if I put some ancestor money and put some food out there, and you can type this out or write this down, it's better to feed your ancestors than for them to feed off of you. They will feed off of you if you don't feed them. You got $400. You need $1,000 to get this camera you've been saving for. You got a check for $800 coming on Friday. That'll be $1,200. You can get the camera, still have $200 left over, right? And on Thursday, your transmission go out. And they say they want $1,100 to fix it. That's your ancestors. That's your ancestors took that money up out of you. Somebody says, why red ink? Red ink because that's blood. That's real contract work. Red ink is real contract work. Yes, I do have Marco Polo. That was my sister. I started giving my ex-husband's mom $30,000 in jobs paper. It has been working miracles. Did she take care of you? Also, take care of worthy ancestors. If an ancestor was out here not treating you right and they was like riding down on you, then be careful of you inviting them onto your altar because they could cause problems. My first mother from my past life came to me. If you live by a river, is it a good idea to dump the food on the river, or is that overdoing it? LOL. Follow your heart. Can I get everybody to put hashtag follow your heart? A lot of y'all in Magick are looking for too many rules. And you ain't listening. You see this? Let's count, everybody. 1 ear, 2 ear, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you talk. Listen to your heart. What did your heart say? Did you ask your heart? Did you ask your higher self? Did you sit down and be quiet? Do I give it to the trees? Do I give it to the river? Do I dump it in the trash can? Don't say, oh, I don't want to do it wrong. I don't want to do it wrong. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Your heart is right. Your heart is right. Your head is wrong most of the time. Ooh, I could do on the 19th, if y'all come to the joint, I could do a whole thing about how wrong your mind is. The wrong mind. I want to talk about moving from prison to passion, but I could talk about your mind is the enemy, especially in the divine feminine. Good. That's a whole video. I may have to do the start on the 19th and then come back and do the video for 2 hours to finish it. Your mind is the enemy, not your heart is your friend. 2 ears, 1 mouth. 2 ears, 1 heart. Listen to the heart. Well, you got 2 hearts, so you got a phantom heart. Listen to your heart. What did your heart tell you to do in your ritual? Huh? What did your higher self tell you? Not your mind. Don't stop in the mind. Higher self is up here. Up here. Not your mind. I'll answer questions like this. I will give my experiences, but I ain't the law. The law is love, abundance, and wisdom. Love, abundance, and wisdom is the law. So this is why that could be a topic too for this. I love talking about the law. But anyway, what did your heart say? Don't feel like you overdoing nothing. Don't feel like you overdoing nothing. It's better to have $100 bills and not need them than need them and not have them. That's what I say. Your heart is not the brain. No. Your heart is not the brain. I didn't say that. Yeah, trust you. There you go. Oh, that's right. Oh, y'all got hashtags? You got me over here sneaking to work trying to listen. Sneak on in. Put your Bluetooth in. Or catch the replay. M Rain, what up? Y'all better have some tickets. Y'all need to be in the A on the 19th. Right. And I'm taking suggestions too for what y'all would like me to talk about, because I got a plethora of things, but I only got 30 minutes. So if you got something that you want me to drop on the 19th, you want me to speak on, you can either put it in here, no, or just DM and send me if you send me a friend request, you also have to send me a message. I do not accept friend requests if you do not send me a message. That's my rule. So if you be like, oh, I want to see what Coach doing on his regular page, that's fine. But I ain't gonna accept your friend request if you don't send me a message. So a good message is, what up, coach? Can you talk about this on the 19th or whatever? All right. Yeah, love, abundance, and wisdom is the law. That's the fact. So I'm honoring my ancestors. I'm strengthening my ancestors. Guess what? Now I can call my ancestor. Look at my grandma right there. Y'all see my grandma? Hold on, let me turn the camera around. Hold it. That's my grandma right there on the phone. Grandma strong. There go all her boys. That's her mama right beside her. My grandma ain't got no debt no more. Nobody up here has no debt. Nobody. I took care of it. When you was asking me, I want to take care of them, then you better start giving them some ancestor money and start giving them some big bills. But my grandma's on the hotline. You feel me? That's my other grandma up there. She on the hotline. But I had a picture of my grandma on the telephone. I couldn't beat that. I was like, let me get that. All right. Can you place your ancestors in your bedroom? No. Nope, because they don't want to. They don't want to see what you got going on in there. Nope. It's not the best place for your ancestors. Your bedroom is not the best place for your ancestors, and there are no ancestors in my bedroom. Zero. There's no altar in my bedroom. No nothing. I have my medallions in my bedroom because I wear them, you know. But I got medallions in here too, though. But there's no. I don't have no. Where you don't set altars up in the bathroom, bedroom, closets, garages. Don't set altars up in bedrooms, bathrooms, closet, and garages. Not your bedroom. If you got a spare bedroom, that's an office that you like use for an office, you can use it for an office and an altar room. I wish I could come and see everyone speak on the 19th. You can. Put some ancestor money on it. Because a strong ancestor on your team is invaluable. It's invaluable. They can open stuff that you can't open. They can be places you can't be. I like to hit people with the, you know what I'm saying? I write a list of 10 things that I want, that I need. I do 3 of them. I let them handle the 7. I let my magic do the heavy lifting. I've always said that. I let my magic do the heavy lifting. Let them do it. They strong. They got money. They got a lot of money. I have a whole... I used to sell ancestor money. Go type in ancestormoney.info. Go on YouTube and type in ancestor money Coach Khayr. I had the first ancestor money video on YouTube by a person of color. There's a lot of them now, but mine was the first. I was the first one selling ancestor money. I was the first person of color selling ancestor money. I don't sell it anymore. They told me to start selling it. I started selling it. They told me that was enough. I sold it for like 3 or 4 years. And then they was like, that's enough. Then there was other spots popping up with ancestor money. So now I just tell people where to go to get the ancestor money. But I got plenty. And I love getting more. Some of the best places to get ancestor money is in the Chinatown. Chicago is not a good Chinatown to get it. New York, lovely. Toronto, lovely. San Francisco, lovely. Los Angeles, kind of lovely. Okay? But San Fran, big money. Los Angeles, big money. New York, Chinatown, big money. Toronto, big money. JoshPaper.cart. That's where I get these. Oops. That's where I get these gold bills and bills. I got bills way bigger than this. See how like this is barely fitting in the screen? I got bills bigger than this that go out both sides. So you can go on eBay and get some big money. Amazon probably got big money. Oh, let me move to some other stuff. Clothes. You can burn clothes. You can burn clothes for your ancestors. Watches. You can give them glasses. You can give them jewelry. You can send them a cell phone. You can. Yes, you can. You can send them full articles of clothing. You can send them a house. You can send them a house. You can send your ancestors a house, a car. This is a wallet, watch, suit and tie, glasses. There's probably some other stuff in here too once I open it up. Oh, there's definitely a shirt in here. Yeah, this one's a wallet, a gold bar, credit card, yeah, bracelet, necklace, cell phone. I would have sent an Android, but they didn't have any Androids. You can also, if you get to the right stores, a lot of these Chinese grocery stores have ancestor stuff in there that you don't even know, right? This is like a kit. This has a phone in it, and it has some ancestor money, couple bills in there, right? No, it doesn't matter if it says Hell banknote or Heaven banknote. Philly, yes, I have got some big bills in Philly, Chinatown myself. I don't know the address, but I have got some big bills in Philly. DC, I ain't never found any ancestor money in DC, in their Chinatown. I haven't found any. And I know how to look too. You better take a bill with you and say, because they won't understand Josh paper and all of that. Love Smith, I see you sent me a message. I'm going to check it as soon as I stopped selling it because the ancestors and the gods told me to stop selling it. I started selling it because they told me to sell it, and I stopped selling it because they told me to stop selling it. They was like, start selling it, and they was like, you good, stop selling it. That's it. Move on. They told me to move on to something else. My mom died 3 months ago. She prayed and blessed me before she died. How can I use this to my advantage? Also, I have my uncle cremation ashes. How can they be a blessing to me? Put the cremation ashes on your altar, on your ancestor altar. Take your mother's picture and put it on the same altar. Start burning ancestor money and writing your mother and your uncle's name on the money, and keep your candles lit on your altar. Before I get to the candles, somebody asked me about cleansing the money. So let's say when you get the money, you've got everything written on the money, and you're ready to offer the money. These represent the earth. They don't have any denominations on it. If you're burning outside, or if you're burning in your pot, you put this on the bottom. This is the one that I used to sell. I have a lot of these left over, but these are the ones that I currently use. I currently use these. So I set these up, put the ancestor money on there. I fold my ancestor money certain different ways and things like that. This is my pot that I burn my ancestor money in. Oh yeah. Me and this pot been together since 2013. Ain't going nowhere. It's like a pot that you can, I found it at the Goodwill. I don't know how many, it's been trillions of dollars burned in this pot right here. Okay. Everybody listening, everybody paying attention, press 2 if you're paying attention, because I'm about to tell you what to do with the money right before you burn it. Miss White Lotus, what up, baby? Is it possible to make your own ancestor money? No. I would not make my own ancestor money, but that's just like counterfeit. The Jade Emperor, all ancestor money has the Jade Emperor on it. I do not know why people want to start something. Like, can you make your own money in America and just go spend it because you feel that you don't like white people? I don't like George Washington, so I'm going to make some money that's got Nat Turner on it. So, is it going to have the same value? No. All ancestor money has the Jade Emperor on there. Please go do your research on who the Jade Emperor is. He governs all money in the known and unknown universe. Do you go to Oshun, and she's about pleasure and honoring femininity? Do you go to her for masculine stuff? Do you go to Oshun for dry things? Do you give Oshun offerings in the woods, or do you go to a river? Follow the instructions that's already laid out. The system is already working. If you cannot get past the Jade Emperor being an Asian person, you are jacked up in your spirituality. You can't prove that you was black every lifetime. You don't know a person who can prove that they were one color every lifetime. Cut it out. So, how do we pray over your ancestor money? Get all your ancestor money you're gonna burn. Do all the writing on it that you're going to write on it. The day they died is their birthday in the next life or their parallel reality. So my father's birthday was August 23rd, 1932. That's his earth birthday. But he died December 2nd, 2002. So that's the day I really should be going heavy, is on the day he transitioned from this world to the next. Press 1 if that makes sense. Press 0 if it doesn't make sense. Press 1 if that makes sense. The day that your ancestor dies is their new birthday. Put that birthday on the money. Put that birthday on the money. Okay. Take the money. Some of y'all have to rewind this and play this later. Put it together at prayer position. Take a nice big inhale. May the spiritual merits of this ancestor money reach my ancestors and spiritual teammates, gods and guides, angelic beings and hosts in full merit and full power and full value. May the spiritual merits of this ancestor money reach my ancestors in full merit, full power, and full value. Take a nice big inhale to the heart and then exhale into the hands. Your ancestor money is now charged up. If you have money oil from M. Rain, from Jasmine, at One Ritual Away, Mystic at the Crossroads, or whoever's got money oil, here's a batch of mine. I have a batch. I have several batches of money oil around here. This is my Jade Emperor. That's my Jade Emperor altar right there. He has his own altar by himself. I have some oil up there marinating in front of him right now. So, you can take your money oil and anoint your ancestor money before you burn it as well. Okay? I don't know if the feed stopped, but I didn't see anybody else making any comments. So, I hope this was helpful. Candles. Keep a candle burning for your ancestors. They need light. Whether it's a plain candle, and always take off the barcode. Stop burning candles with barcodes on them. That's somebody jacking your ritual. Stop letting people jack your ritual. Okay? Don't do that. Take off the barcode. Cocktail candles attract customers. One of my favorites. Cocktail candles are normally prepared, have a little extra oomph on them. I get all my cocktail candles in California through Jasmine, Aten, Mystic at the Crossroad, OneRitualAway.com, or when I'm in LA, I'm so happy and grateful that she lets me go to her spot where I can cop candles. This is a gold and silver candle, cocktail candle. It's also already prepared. Even when I have cocktail candles, I still put my own stuff on it. So you could make your own cocktail candle if you get into the science of candle making. I'm not going to get into that right now in Candle Magic. This is a palm wax candle. See the different grain on it? See the difference between those? Palm waxes is power. You get you some palm. They're a little more expensive, but my goodness, they're about that life. This is an Astro Mystic candle, a hummingbird. This is like for, this one is going to be for Elegua at the crossroads, for me, helping me with like decisions I need to make. These are more like ritualistic candles. Like if I got a specific ritual, I like using gold doing certain things with. And of course, you can still use your smaller candles. These get these like quick results, versus this is more like for like your dedicated things that you know need more time and more power on. This has got more power than this. This one's gonna give you faster results. This one may bring you 500 real quick. This one may bring you $3,000 though over a couple of days. Depends on what you need. And even though this is a blue candle, I could dress this like a money candle if I wanted. However, I don't use blue for money. I use green and gold for money. But I could take a white candle and make anything. What up, Nicole? How you doing? I see you. Honoring your ancestors. Boom. Set your altar up. Strengthening your ancestors. Feed them. Give them money. Give them clothes. Play music for them. I have a speaker in here that plays all day, every day. There's never going to be a day that's not going to be playing. It's better. It's even sometimes having certain music playing is better than having incense burning. You feel me? Because the vibration is always on. When the incense stops, then it's over. But the music is always playing. So be careful with, or just be aware that you can also add that to your altar. This is Zakanlaks, Lathar, Agar, Aliga, Athar, Taquan, Zadna. This is the Jade Emperor invocation. This is one of my newer ones right here I just got. The Jade Emperor Zakanlaks, Lathar, Agar, Aliga, Athar, Taquan, Zadna. So I can't chant it all day. But if I got it on repeat, then it's always chanting for my ancestors. So I'm working on several different levels to help their debt, or to help them get in a better situation. So when I call them, they're gonna be Johnny on the spot. Are they honored? Are they strengthened? Well, then I can call them. But how you gonna call them and then they ain't strengthened, or you ain't been honoring them? Or just because you said Ashe is not a magic word that gives them superhuman powers. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. It seems that the I can't see the words, but on a scale of 1 to 10, please let me know how helpful this was. 10, please let it was very, very helpful. Please do another one. And 1, 0, it wasn't helpful at all. Don't ever do this again. I'm going to be at the Mystic Magic Expo in Atlanta on May 19th. It's going to be a full moon in Scorpio on the 18th. Let's get it popping. I don't know about the after party. I'm going to be in town. I don't know what y'all want to do. After that, I'm kind of open. I'm definitely not organizing nothing. That's too much. We can go to Jeju if y'all want to leave. If y'all want to leave, y'all want to leave the joint and then head over to Jeju, we can do that now. And just max and relax. if anybody like to get an astrological consultation, I probably will doing like free mini readings that day if I get a table, but I'm not doing full readings that day. So if you want to schedule a consultation before or after that, please hit me up on my inbox, or you can go to coachkastrology.info, coachkastrology.info, not .com. All right, and then put your contact information or watch the videos on what I have available. Or if you got a question about what kind of consultation you might need, please hit me up. I definitely do astrology, but I do way more than just astrology. Intuitive readings, I do cartomancy, I Ching, I do business consultations. I got a lot of stuff going on. 5G, blockchain development, cryptocurrencies, tons of stuff. Right, so just if you got a question and you want to just jump on the phone real quick to see if I can help you one-on-one, it's not a problem. Is that it? Oh yeah, I showed. Oh, if you have a Federal Reserve in your, can you burn real money on your altar? You can, but don't go crazy. But a $20 bill, like once a month. Because a $20 bill is like a bar of gold. Because that's real money. A 20 is like a bar of gold. A 20 value doesn't go down when you burn it. It goes up. But this is shredded money from the Federal Reserve. And it's still money. You can't spend it, but it has all the energy of real money in a bag. So I used to put this, when I sold Ancestor money, I would also give people a bag of shredded money. So in here is hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, and 5s and 1s. Right. So when I burn money, I put this on there too, like icing on the cake. Okay? So my ancestors is getting real money. They getting, sometimes I burn some 5s or some 10s or some 20s. But don't make that I burned a 20 this month and that's all I offer to my ancestors. Don't do that. Okay? That ain't cool. You need to be burning every day. If not every day, you should be burning on your power days. Your power days is the day of the week that you were born and 3 days later. So I was born on a Sunday. 3 days later is Wednesday. So Sundays and Wednesdays are the 2 power days out the week for me. But you can burn when your heart says burn. Don't beat yourself up if you're not burning ancestor money or if you didn't feed your ancestors. But also don't be expecting a whole bunch from your ancestors just because you called them and you ain't done nothing to get them straight. All right? So, with that being said, reincarnations, did I even get into that? Past lives. I think I touched on it just a little bit. I'll just sum it up. You were not the same in past lives as you have several past lives. So I saw somebody talking about my ancestors were coal miners, so I felt some coal in my chest. So, that kind of relates to me. You've been here thousands and thousands and thousands of lifetimes. It's impossible for anybody to tell you about all of your past lifetimes. What you should be doing is focusing on where you want to go. Remembering what you need to be doing tomorrow. What did you do yesterday to make tomorrow better? What are you doing in the now? That's what you should really, really, really focus on, in my personal opinion. All right? I'm going to just do a whole nother video about reincarnation because that's just another subject. And past lives, like I said, you've had thousands of past lives. So when somebody's talking about, I want to do a past life regression, the question is to which one? Can you stop me at number 642, my 643rd past life? Can you take me all the way back to my 2,383rd past life? Maybe I was getting aborted in that lifetime. Did that life make a difference? So there's a lot of factors that you have to consider. But this video, I don't want this to keep getting longer and longer. So we talked about ancestors. We talked a little bit about candles, honoring them, strengthening them, calling them. I'll probably do another video on reincarnation and mysticism, not mysticism, but on reincarnation in past lives, and also healing your ancestors, like sending them medicine, praying for your ancestors. Some of your ancestors are still recovering from the disease that they died from. Some of them are still recovering from something that they already passed for. All right. There's a movie called Astral City. Can somebody type that? ASTRAL, Astral City. What up, Shonda Love? Thanks for joining us. Therese Bradford, where did I get what? The ancestor money? If you go back and rewind, I'd say lots of places that you can get ancestor money, online or in physical places, right? eBay, maybe Amazon. Several people are selling it at this point. You could go to a Chinatown. There's some Chinese grocery stores in Atlanta here that has ancestor money and a lot of supplies. If you're in Atlanta, the big Chinese store over off of Jimmy Carter is lit. They don't have the biggest bills, but they got everything else you need. Everything else, they have it. Yeah, that's it, man. Thanks everybody for joining. I'm gonna leave you like I found you, in prayer, in peace, and in prayer. I came in with prayer. I always leave in prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, please come through, and on the 19th, if you can, let's get it popping. All right, it's gonna be crazy. It is. If you got suggestions, send me a DM with your friend request, or just send me a message if we are already friends. Big shouts out to my man Darwin too. I seen you, son. I seen you out there representing with the Kappas and the New Wapians with the red tie, the black tuxedo, graduating M Rain's Academy. Bong bong. Big shouts out to all the M's apprentices and everybody who's getting big results because you actually doing the work. All right. I'm gonna see y'all on May 19th, but I'll probably make another video like before then. All right. M, is that you coming in here late at the last minute? M just fell up in here. I said I want to do a live with her. Oh, she must be on the computer. Anyway, M Rain is in the building, but Coach is getting ready to go out. I guess she just showed up for prayer at the end. All right, fam, I'm going to holler at y'all. What up, Gabrielle? That's why I ain't text you back, because I was over here. Anabako, get to like your minka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Nagibo, the Shay Yakadeka, Kapavashamra, Barkum Tarum, Rakame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamma, Kasim Kadosh, Bararu, Tufka, Nahela Taker, Yakid Gahel, Chapanez, Okre, Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Lushma, Tazakatanu, your dead Salamot, Bruruk Shem, Kavomakuto, Alambaye. Peace to the fam. Magical Mystic Expo. Go to magicalmystic.com. Click on Expo. Get your tickets today. Mahalo. Peace.